So Yevgeny Prigozhin is continuing to flail about. He said he's going to pull his forces out of Bakhmut. He's got an agreement with the Chechen leader Karadov to replace them with Chechens. And now he's trying to say that, well, the whole point of Bakhmut was it was an operation conceived by Surovikin, the general in charge. And he's claiming here that the whole point was to trick the Ukrainians into committing forces to defend the city so they could tear them up. Now, this is patently absurd. That's what the Ukrainians were doing. But, he's trying to make this argument that, yeah, we came in and we attacked with human waves and to inflict disproportionate losses on the Ukrainians. Look, human wave attacks don't inflict disproportionate losses. They take disproportionate losses in order to take objectives. And so this is patently absurd. The idea that the Ukrainians have been gutted and not the Russians is contrary to everything that's being reported and contrary to what we are probably about to see, that 9 Ukrainian brigades are going to launch a counteroffensive. And again, if you don't believe the Ukrainians, you don't believe the NATO sources. The Russians themselves are freaking out over this counteroffensive. Prigozhin had said, oh, we need to prepare for the counteroffensive. And so, my question would be like, look, if you had done such an, great job tearing up the Ukrainians, why are you so worried about a counteroffensive? Right. And so this is flailing about. This is kind of, opposite day propaganda saying that, they were doing what, in fact, the Ukrainians were doing, because the Ukrainian rationale for defending Bakhmut has always been that the Russians are throwing troops at them and that they can, face the human waves. They can inflict lots of casualties, wearing down some of the best fighters in the Russian army. Once they got through the convicts that Wagner had, increasingly they're facing Wagner's best and they're facing airborne forces. And that has been the Ukrainian rationale. And so, just divorced from reality, we're getting more blathering nonsense from Yevgeny Prigozhin.